Hey you guys, it's Peter, and welcome to my channel, Peter! Boom, 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 boom. Oh no, that's my other channel. What do I do on this channel? Peter likes books! Anyway, it's hard when you have 5 channels. You start getting confused. How are you guys doing today? Welcome to Peter Likes Books. Today, we're gonna talk about books. Today we're gonna do, can you see I'm getting cabin fever? Today we're gonna, I can't even speak. Today we're going to do, well, I'm going to announce the April book for the book club. So if you don't know, I share the title of co-owner of a book, true crime book club with my good Judy Mel, who is in my past couple videos because I was out in Arizona visiting her. Thanks to my husband who planned the whole trip, which was awesome. I had such a fantastic time, and you know, I just am so thankful to Booktube and the book community, Bookstagram, and everything that brought Mel and I together. And she's one of my best friends in my entire life, and I love her. I love you so much, Mel. And I had such a great time with her out there. And I'm really glad that I got to do it, you know, because right now nobody's really traveling anywhere, and it was the last trip that I will probably take for quite some time, and to go out there and be able to spend some time with her, just, it really made my year. So I love you, Mel. Thank you so much. Mel and I have a smallish, I think we're at 2,200 people right now, true crime book club called, simply, all lowercases, a true crime book club. Period. It has a period at the end of it. And we are currently working on coming up with a Facebook page where we will share other things over there, resources and stuff, because I know that a lot of people don't have Goodreads, and to kind of like broaden the spectrum of that. So we're going to start a Facebook page. That's one announcement that we're going to have over there. The other thing is that we know that a lot of people right now are really stuck inside and things like that, and I want to send a special shout out. If you don't know, Mariah, who is just a really, really kind-hearted person, she started a Reddit thread for me called The Good Judies. And so you can go over there on Reddit. If you have Reddit, just look up The Good Judies, and it'll pull it up. And it's a lot of people that watch my videos, and they just post things over there. And Melody, who is a huge part of our book club, she comes and she guests every single time we get together. She posted in there that she's really struggling right now. So if you all could send Melody some love in the comment section below, I would really appreciate that. Melody, I'm thinking of you. I love you. I hope you're doing okay. And Melody also has a channel, and her channel is called Uniquely Melody, and I will link it below. So we need to take care of each other during these times, and I am going to continue to post videos on all of my channels. Number one, because I'm at home, so what else is there to do, really, you know? And also because I know that people need to have their spirits lifted. If you want to kind of hear just my personal experience of what's going on with me with all of this, and my response to all of it, you can go watch my vlog, and that's kind of where I'm isolating all of that over there. But you know, right now, like, I've been listening to my audiobook sitting on the front porch. I went and, before all of this, I had bought some books at half price books, and so, like, I'm sitting down and reading those, and, it's kind of nice. It's, you know, books have always been a great escape and distraction for me, and I think it's important that we stay informed and that we stay educated, but at the same time, it's okay to step away, you know, from every once in a while and just kind of escape into our books. And as readers, I mean, that's what we love to do anyway. So, because we're going to be inside a lot, Mel and I have been talking. Mel is currently working. She doesn't know if at any point she will be, you know, made to work from home or whatever, but right now, blissfully, she is able to work. So she and I are talking about implementing some new things, because there's a lot of people that are at home with a book club. And one of the things that I had suggested to her, and she thought it was a good idea, and we've got to kind of figure out what we're going to do with it, is that we thought that, number one, we would pick a show either on like Netflix, Hulu, or Amazon Prime, like a true crime documentary or something, not a series, because a series can be really, really long, but maybe just a show that's like an hour long, and we're gonna pick one, you know, for like maybe for the rest of March, but probably not, maybe March, April, I don't know. It's not gonna be real formal, right? And then we're gonna pick an extra credit book as well. So what I need from you guys is in the comment section below, and I know a lot of people are gonna say, I don't have Netflix, I don't have this, I don't have that. And for those of you that don't have it, I really, really apologize. Maybe you can watch something similar on YouTube that's free. But we're just kind of assuming that most people have like some of these outlets. So can you put in the comment section below which one you guys have? Like if you have Netflix, if you have Amazon Prime, if you have Hulu, that would really help us to kind of know where to pick from. I think we're probably gonna pick from Netflix. That seems to be the one that most people have. And if there is a documentary that you'd like to watch or you'd like to rewatch, and then we're gonna have a discussion about it. It might be a totally different discussion than our book club. Like it might be a separate discussion to kind of distract people and stuff. you know, and lift your spirits, put in the comment section below some recommendations that you have. Even if it's something that we've already watched and talked about, we can watch and talk about it again. The other thing that we're going to do is we're going to do an extra credit book, and we're going to pick just some random book. One of my favorites of life is Cruel Sacrifice by Aphrodite Jones, partly because it took place in Indianapolis. Well, it took place, it took place in Madison, Indiana, but I live in Indianapolis and it's close. But just, you know, some book that is like shorter and smaller and easier to read that maybe all of us can get on Kindle or wherever that's super cheap and it's not expensive. Not something that you have to wait for at the library and something like that. I don't know. And I know not everybody's going to have access to it. But basically one of those, you know, grocery store, bottom of the rack kind of true crime that I think many of us fell in love with true crime because of that. By the way, I don't know, but I have a special friend out there. Her name is Sadia. Sadia, if you are watching this video, I just want to say thank you for your service, and I love you, and thanks for watching. And she is a newest member of the True Crime Book Club, period. So anyway, she's just a friend of mine around here. But anyway, so if you guys have some recommendations, and this is not, okay, an Anne, what's her face? Why can't I think of her name? The Stranger Beside Me by Anne. I can't think of her name. Anne, I want to say Tyler, but that's the Armchair Traveler. Why can't I think of her name? Anyway, you know who I'm talking about, Anne, who wrote, Anne that knew Ted Bundy, that Anne. But anyway, not something really long and thick like that. We're going to save those for each month, but just some random case that we're probably not going to read like a huge book on because there's not a lot about them. Some maybe small case that we haven't heard a lot about, and maybe we could even coincide that with a documentary. Or maybe what we could do is we could just pick some, I'm kind of thinking out loud, and we were last night too, just to kind of help people have more stuff to do while they're at home. Maybe we could just pick some random story that has happened, and if you want to read the book and you want to watch a documentary or anything that's been on YouTube about it, and we can just all come together and talk about it like a podcast. Maybe that's what we could do. So maybe we'll just pick some random case that's happened, and you guys can watch on YouTube or Netflix or whatever, or read the book, or however you want to, and we'll talk about it that way. That's maybe not a bad idea. And then we'll talk about like one video on YouTube, one Netflix show, and one book all related to that, and you can do what you want of that and not do whatever and find out your own information by Googling it and stuff, that we can all come together and talk about the case. I think that's what we'll do. But I need to run that by Mel because we have to both, you know, vote on that. But I think she'll like that. I think she'll like that idea. That way it gives everybody access to just kind of talking about the case in hand. Does that make sense? All right, so the April book, are you excited? Oh my God. For those of you that don't watch my vlog, you have no idea what we're gonna read. Well, as you know, and I almost spit out my water, we are going into a summer of serial killers, which I think that we're gonna start in May and go through August or September. So we're gonna do a longer summer of serial killers because so many people really enjoyed reading about serial killers last year, including myself. That's my favorite thing within the genre of true crime. MEL'S is the Mafia. And she really wants to do a Bonnie and Clyde book this year, so we're going to do that. We're also going to do a Black Dahlia book. We might do the Black Dahlia during the serial killer crime. I don't know, but there's a really good book out there about the Black Dahlia that we didn't find before. So those are her two things that she really wants to read, or three things. And I just like anything serial killer is interesting to me to read about and, you know, see the method and I really like the police investigations. By the way, Mel just told me yesterday that there was, this really just feels like I'm sitting down talking to you guys, that there was a new documentary on Hulu about the Golden State Killer. And I started watching it last night, and it's like an ongoing investigation. So I don't know, like, if it, I just started watching the first episode last night. I don't know anything about it. But anyway. The book for April, are you ready, is called Molly's Game. And this is actually the movie cover of it. There's a different cover of the book. And it says, soon to be a major motion picture, written and directed by Aaron Sorkin and starring Jessica Chastain, Kevin Costner, and Chris O'Dowd. Idris Elba, I don't know how, is it Idris Elba? Idris Elba. I think he's one of those people that just came out and said that he had tested positive for, you know, the thing I can't say on YouTube or they will take your video down. The true story of Hollywood's poker princess who gambled everything, won big, then lost it all. When Molly Bloom was a little girl in small Colorado town, she dreamed of a life without rules and limits. A life where she didn't have to measure up to anyone or anything, where she could become whatever she wanted. She ultimately got more than she ever could have bargained for. In Molly's Game, she takes you through her adventures running an exclusive high-stakes private poker game, catering to Hollywood royalty like Leonardo DiCaprio and Ben Affleck. Athletes, billionaires, politicians, and financial titans. With rich detail, Molly describes a world of glamour, privilege, and secrecy, in which she made millions, lived a high life, and fearlessly took on the Russian and Italian mobs. And see, Mel, you got your mob book, okay? There, that's all we're reading now. Until she met, you guys probably think like when you see us together that Mel and I like argue and fight over these books. We really don't. It's really so easy. Like one of us recommends a book and then the other one's like, I think that would be a real, like, I threw this out there and she's like, oh, I really want to read that. Like that's usually how it goes. It's so easy peasy with us. I have never, like we get along so easy. It's just like this, have you ever had one of those friendships that you feel like you should have had for 30 years? That's how it totally is with Mel and I. Except she would have been like, I shouldn't say her age, but she would have been young. So would I. With rich detail, Molly describes a world of glamour, privilege, and secrecy in which she made millions, lived the high life, and fearlessly took on, you know, Mel and I actually talked about that we would be friends in high school. Like, had we been in high school together, we would have been friends. You guys were like, just get back to the book. But anyway, I just have to say that. I just lost it. Okay. With rich detail, Molly describes a world of glamour, privilege, and secrecy in which she made millions, lived the high life, and fearlessly took on the Russian and Italian mobs. Fearlessly took on the Russian and Italian mobs until she met the one adversary she could not outsmart, the United States government. It's the story of how a determined woman gained and then lost her place at the table, and of everything she learned about poker, love, and life in the process. Molly's Game by Molly Bloom. I'm really excited about reading this. So, that will be the next book that we read. That will be for April. Currently, we are reading Butcher Baker about, what's his name? Something Hansen. Robert Hansen, the Alaska's first serial killer. And our book club for that will be Sunday, March 29th at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that will be when we discuss Butcher Baker. If we come up with a decision on what we're going to do as far as like doing some like extra credit kind of thing, Mel and I will probably talk about that tonight or tomorrow. She's like watching this right now. She's like, we talked about this, Mel, last night. So don't be coming for me. But we will talk about this tonight or tomorrow, and we will kind of like make some concrete plan, and then I will make a video and let you guys know so that you guys can just like find all the information out over here. So anyway, and then in the next month you can wait to join our Facebook group. I'm so excited. So anyway, I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope you guys are staying healthy. I love you, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.